Oh, I guess my mic is on. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Oh, this is fun. Das Masters, super fun. I am, oh, whoops. That's what's going on. I guess I could work on, fixing these cams. Dog playing Tetris, if you're watching, then, you can feel free to stream. 2 minutes, no problem. Go left 2/3 on that. We're in the red bracket. What is this source? Oh, I see. SPS is required for Das Masters, as is the Hertz display and the input display. V4 is the minimum gym required. If you say so. If it's got the SPS, Hertz display, and input display, then it's good. Oh my god. Dog trying to get stencil ready. We're cooked. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's fine. The stencil is fine. It works. Look, it's totally lined up. Although Salted's not, so maybe I gotta fix Salted's. Or Sofa, whatever. I don't know. What do you call someone named Salted Sofa? Sofa? Salted? Summoning Salted Sofa? Yeah, let me fix a stencil on that one. Oh, that's better. That was on my side. Salted is an adjective, so probably sofa. Yeah, but salted is like the first thing in the name. All right, anyway, we should probably start. All right. We should probably start. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Wherever in the world you are tuned in to another edition of Classic Tetris Monthly. I am your host, Van Dweller, and what we've got for you today is Das Masters. What is Das Masters? Well, it is a high-level, Masters-level tournament based on what? Tetris? And using the Das playstyle, where you press the button and hold it. It's brand new tech for 2024, Das, delayed auto shift. Crazy. And it's pretty exciting. You know, just putting your thumb on a D-pad and holding it there until the piece gets where you want. It's a totally new concept in Tetris, and we are trying it out in a series of experimental, tentative tournaments, and we'll see how it goes. What we've got for you today is the red bracket. We had a very exciting orange bracket just a few days ago, and this one, I don't know, promises to be maybe just as exciting. Our first matchup is going to be the second matchup listed here on the bracket. It's going to be Dog playing Tetris and Salted Sofa. Dog, of course, a two-time CTWC world champion, not playing Das, tapping and rolling or whatever, versus Salted Sofa, a 1.2 Das main player. Our second matchup will be CTM Masters event winner, two-time actually, Zavanya Nenu from Indonesia against NGC Man, a 1.3 Das main player. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I really have no idea. Usually in normal Masters, I have an idea of like how it's gonna go, and I can sort of know, you know, in advance, like, yeah, this person is the highest probability of winning. This one I have no idea. I just have no clue how it's gonna go, and I think that is part of the fun of it. And it's also fun to see players like Nenu and Dog playing in a totally different context in a high-level tournament. Let's go ahead and take a look at our rules. This is a 16-player single elimination tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or console so long as the mechanics of the game are unmodified. Any controller can be used so long as there's no big buttons and no turbo functions, whether electronical or mechanical. Biological turbo only. Players should not receive any real-time advice. That means no one in their ear, on their headphones, in the room, whatever, telling them how to play, what their opponent's board state are, anything like that. And do not pause unless the commentator tells you. And I am the commentator, so if you don't hear me saying, quick, please pause, then don't. And I'm probably never going to say that, right? So literally just don't pause. Level 18 starts all the way through Das Masters. We will be using the same piece sets. We'll re-roll it between every game. Also, you should be using the Tetris Gym tournament cartridge and turn on your Hertz and input display. Those will be displayed on the screen for the inspection of the Tetris public. And this is a Das tournament, not a Das mimicking tournament. This isn't like, oh, as long as you're within the piece movement boundaries of Das, we'll just call it Das. No, this is a Das tournament, which means you should kneel before Sod. Sod is the spirit of Das. Spirit of Das is what I defined for this tournament. You might not agree that it's Das, but for this tournament, the spirit of Das is what reigns, and that is laid out in the announcement that I made when I first announced the tournament. We should probably make it its own little page or whatever and formalize it. But yes, the spirit of Das is what I listed there. And it doesn't mean, oh, you can never tap a piece or you can't quick tap. Yeah, but you should be playing Das, right? Your primary overriding way of moving the piece should be Das. And if you lose Das, you should be trying to get Das back as quickly as possible. Okay? That is what the spirit of Das is. And who decides what the spirit of Das is for this tournament? It's me. If you don't like it, don't watch, don't play, whatever. best of 5 throughout DAS Masters, and the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which currently stands and will stand from now on at 568.28, because this is kind of an experimental tournament to see if a DAS Masters level tournament can exist without a bunch of controversy and problems, and there could be crazy judgment calls, and who knows. I don't want the prize pool for the first few months to get too high, because I don't want thousands of dollars to be riding on some judgment call, and I don't want people to get upset. So keeping the stakes relatively low, but also enough that it's worth playing, is going to be the order of the day for these first few tournaments. And first place will get 50% of the pool, second will get 30%, third and fourth each will get 10%, and that is it. So that is going to be the prize pool. We want to thank everybody who's contributed so far to the prize pool, including Scott Gray, K9 Watching Tetris, Troy Dan, Cat My Dogs, Tiffy Flower, Arbaro, Rogue Potato, Tom J, and Jasmine have made up the prize pool this month. So we want to thank them for getting this all going. Also want to thank our patrons. Scott Gray, K9 Watching Tetris, our biggest supporters, coming in at the Mega Masters level. That is a substantial amount of support. We want to thank them for helping us out. Also want to thank our Masters level and bracket sponsor level contributors, also a considerable amount on a monthly basis. Corporal 381 shall be satisfied, Cat Kit 91, J in the window, Tack Nyrus, or Tacky, whatever. Thank you very much for contributing. And also want to thank our patrons at the Sticker Club and Double Sticker Club level, and at our community level. And if you want to provide Classic Tetris Monthly the ongoing support that it needs to continue, then you can go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris and make a monthly, or actually an annual pledge now, which is pretty good too. So if you want to get over there, patreon.com/monthly Tetris. And we want to thank everybody who's there. And there are rewards. June and July rewards will be mailed out after Lone Star. It's like all I can think about. So apologies we didn't get our June rewards out, but we'll get them both out right after Lone Star. And yeah, I think that is basically where we're at. So I believe we are just about ready to get started. So let's do it. It'll be after Lone Star there, Lapis. All right, Lapis, calm down, buddy. All right, Pickle Spears is here. Thank goodness. Queso is massive. Says www. Never gonna riz you up. Never gonna mew you down. Never gonna phantom around and sigma you. Thank you. Queso is massive. Excellent. All right, let's get these players their pieces. Let's get these players their pieces. I love all that stuff. It's so dumb. I love it all. That's right. It's going to be Skibbity Masters next month. Will be the next experimental tournament. Skibbity Masters. All right, we got pieces for these players. It's going to be 19 2C 36, 19 2C 36. C36 players, make sure you've got your level 39 super. I'm just kidding. Make sure you've got your Hertz display and your input display on. Which I'm sure you do. There's no way to know if that is happening, except hopefully. All right, 192C36. See, I put the C checker in the middle, so I'd be much more likely to see it and turn it off. Players wishing each other good luck. All right. 192C36. Both players are ready for, should it say round one? Yes, it should. Thank you. Players are ready. I'm ready. We're all ready. Let us go. It is Dog and Salted Sofa. Let's get them counted down. Let's get Das Masters Red Bracket underway in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And as you can see, we do have their Hertz counter and their input display on the screen. Thank you for the 3, 2, 1 countdown bits. K9 watching Tetris. So yeah, we didn't have that on the screen before. We totally forgot. Let me fix that. Let me fix one of these cams here, and we should be okay. Let's see. There we go. Oh, Dog gonna miss a T-spin and is not happy about it. 70,000 here for Dog as we get underway. 70,000 for Salted Sofa. Dog coming in at our number 6 seed from the United States of America, Texas, indeed. The PB of 1.2. Now, these are DAS PBs that you are seeing. Oh, where are the DAS brackets? I should have made a link. I did not make a link. So that is another thing I need to remember to do. There's a Tetris for Dog. 100,000 Salted Sofa in the lead at the moment, 117. Dog, of course, a 2-time Classic Tetris World Championship world champion in 2020 and 2021. And the runner-up in 2024. One of the most epic finals we have ever seen in all of Tetris. Tetris for Dog, 126, 127 here for Salted Sofa. Gets a long bar over Tetris. But of course, Dog now forced to play DAS. Didn't Dog get a 1.27 recently? Yeah, these PBs that you're seeing are as of the beginning of the month. These are graphics, and I'm not going to sit there and update them all throughout the month. I just don't have the resources or wherewithal to do that. So these are their PBs at the beginning of the month. Salted Sofa, seed number 11 from Canada. Of course, a mainstay of the classic Tetris community. A player who plays DAS as a primary play style and has nearly 1.3, basically one away from a 1.3 PB, 1.27. And yeah, well, the DAS the last one, the orange one, was super hype with Fractal, Miles, Scotto, and Maestro. That performance from Fractal really won for the ages, and you had everyone talking. Everyone's got opinions. I don't know what opinions there could be other than that was probably the most insane DAS performance we have ever seen in competitive Tetris. Tetris for Dog, 310 through 69, 311 for Salted, so pretty darn close. Players keeping their stacks relatively low, trying to keep them flat. Here's a Tetris for both, 334 Dog, 357 Salted. And that is going to be the order of the day. You know, those of you used to just watching, you know, rollers, and I guess there's no tappers anymore, but there's a few. But, you know, kind of Tetris with rolling is the main play style. Oh, players stacking high, you know, making these daring kind of piece movements across the top of the stack at the top of the board. It's going to be different here. The order of the day for a DAS tournament is keeping low, keeping flat, trying to keep the board accessible. In a lot of ways, DAS is much more, it punishes mistakes much more than, you know, rolling does. Rolling, a lot of times you can fix mistakes much more easily because you just get that maneuverability. You can play higher, you can build on top of mistakes and then take care of them later. DAS is punishing, very unforgiving. 456 Salted Sofa, and that is the art of it. And I think that is the part of the allure of it. 452 dog, 479 for Salted Sofa. Cobalt redeeming the no tickling the controller voice this stream. Well, that I can guarantee. Great paces from these players, you know, in a normal, can you imagine? In a, you know, kind of open tournament format with rolling and tapping being allowed, you know, you're looking to see, oh, look at this adjustment from Dog to make room for the incoming square. Has to burn a couple of lines as a result, but gonna get that Tetris 545. You know, you're looking for about 100,000 points per 20 lines. Das, you know, you're willing to tolerate a little bit less just because scoring potential is, you know, seems to be lower, but these players with great paces here in game number 1, verging on 600k transitions. And yeah, I don't know, when I see adjustments in a DAS tournament, I'm just so much more impressed. Like, obviously it's big brain to make, you know, these crazy adjustments in, you know, open tournament with rolling. But when I see them in DAS, I'm just like, oh my God, it's amazing. Oh, Salted gets that square over to the left. And trying to bring this down, both players with 600k transitions, it seems, or close to it. Salted gonna take, or Salted, I keep saying Salted. Sofa gonna take that triple on the right side. Dog trying to get a well re-established Tetris for Sofa, 667, 650 for Dog. I wonder about, you know, players who roll or tap or whatever is their main play style and trying to have the discipline. Oh, nifty little delayed burn combo there for Dog. You know, just trying to keep themselves from tapping when they get into dangerous situations. Now, you know, 1 and 2 taps are allowed, and 3 taps, and basically most taps are allowed if they're slow and occasional. And in an emergency, and DAS is, you know, reestablished quickly. But you have these extended sequences where, you know, where they're just, oh, and all of a sudden they're just tapping, and that is not something that we are looking for in this tournament. 711 from Dog, 794 from Salted Sofa. So huge paces here at a DAS tournament. So you know, you will see taps happen. Look at that. Salted gets another Tetris, 857. Another Tetris Sofa. Here's another one, Dog. Sofa up by about 2 Tetrises. Into level 26. Good burn there for the Sofa and a Tetris. 968. Level 29, virtually unsurvivable. You might see a level 30. You might see a level even 31 maybe. But time is running out for these players, and Dog is back by a couple of Tetrises at least. Kind of a misdrop there for Sofa with that Z piece. Could give Dog an opening. Sofa just trying to see what he can get here. Maybe peel. Oh, he's setting up. He's setting up like for one last Tetris here, or maybe 2, but certainly at 1. Wants to get a long bar now, but the long bar is just not coming. He's kind of all in on this. And there's a long bar in for a Tetris for Sofa. He's got the max out. And Dog is going to top out here at 27 with a 950. And Salted Sofa will take game number 1 with a max out. GG's. Or GG, sorry. I know it's very offensive to say GG with a plural. Whew. My word. All right, and those of you who are joining us and didn't catch our last broadcast, you will see that we are now using numbers instead of dots. Here are pieces for the players: D5, 7C, 6-1, D5, 7C, 6-1. There's a moderator in chat who can pin these seeds when they come out. That would help a little bit. So yeah, we have ended the whole dot versus heart debate by using numbers. So I guess now there's a dot versus heart versus number debate. This is a best of 5. So the first player to get 3 games won will be the winner of the match, and we'll move on. You thought Dog's PB was like C40 or something. Well, I'm just going self-reported at the beginning of the month. So if that changed, then I can't do anything about that. Well, I could, but it's not worth it. Ryan, because it happened probably after this, and this is the PB that Dog himself reported when I asked. Is this the scene for normal masters now too? Yes, it is. All right, both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get him started here in game number 2. In 3, 2, 1 Tetris. You should put country flags in the layout. Yeah, not a chance. It's just too busy. You don't need a flag. You can see what country they're from. And the little data bug there is seed 6 USA PB. You don't need a flag. What information does that convey over and above the words? It's just because what you see it in other things. Well, okay, that doesn't mean anything. It's the red bracket, so I'm allowed to get a little testy. What planet are they from? Oh, that's true. I'm pretty sure all these players, all 16 of them, are from an entirely different planet than the one I am from. That's for sure. Sofa starting with a spire in the middle, and it's hard to kind of get your way out of it. That finally an actually useful S piece to get that Tetris well uncovered. It's like all these S pieces come, and you're like, please, no more S pieces, and then you're like, oh, can I get an S piece? Okay, thank God. Michael Keaton with the Prime sub. I loved you in Birdman. Thank you, Michael Keaton. Also, Mr. Mom. Amazing. 118 for Dog. 97,000. Now 120 for Salted Sofa. Also, low-key, maybe my favorite Batman. Sofa's board is a bit of a mess now. Needs a bar, gets a bar over, and actually is fairly clean. So after all that, somehow this board is clean, and he's in the lead. 171 Salted Sofa, 151 Dog. He was also great in The Paper. Yes, and Spotlight, right? Is that what you're referring to? But no, what was The Paper? Spotlight was good. Oh, The Paper. I do know that movie. Michael Keaton was in The Paper? Are we thinking of the same paper? 220 for Dog. Paper was an earlier, crappier version of Spotlight. Well, don't say, he's right here, Chris Higgins. You don't want to, my God. The guy's right here, and you're like dissing his film. My God. 267 for Dog, 272 for Salted Sofa. So yeah, so you can also see that kind of, wow, I mean, these players' boards are almost like identical. Got a nice, okay, there we go. Long bar over for Dog. The importance of keeping that, those 3 columns on the right kind of in their place, super important. You do not want to get too high in columns 8 and 9, or you'll just have, your just bar can't get over. So keeping those, a nice steep cliff, super important. 389 for sofa, 384 for dog. Oh, people, a lot of Marissa Tomei enjoyers now been activated in chat. Oh, there's a Vitz from dog. The Das Vitz. It seems so much. It seems so much more exciting to see a Das Vitz for some reason. And Jasmine loves it. Yeah, kind of an underseen Marissa Tomei movie, by the way. In the Bedroom. Kind of a neo-noir. Thriller, kind of, maybe not a thriller, but a drama. Is this the first match? Yes, it is. Hoyo is here. 505 Salted Sofa. Tetris for Sofa, 528, 17 lines to go until the level 19 transition, where the speed will increase by 50%. 5-0. Tetris for dog. All right, Sofa's board getting a little bit high. Not a little bit high, but very high for Das here, especially as we approach level 19. So looking to get that down. Oh, a couple of nice pieces to build out that left side for Sofa. Gets a Tetris down. And it looks like it's going to be another 600K transition for Salted Sofa. And it's going to be a Tetris into 19. Another 600K Das transition from Salted Sofa. Oh, there's my favorite T-burn that dog just did. I do that all the time. And I love that burn a lot. 581 transition for dog, not too shabby. Another Tetris for Sofa. I mean, the stacking is just pristine from Sofa. 703, 633 for dog. Set up for a Tetris on the right side. Gets a long bar over. Bang Tetris for dog. Sofa ahead by about 70,000 points. Okay, trying to scramble and regain Das. All right, Sofa not going to use that long bar. He's just going to clean up the stack. Maybe he'll just use that long bar and take try to clean up this stack. Oh, beautiful L piece on the right side to help clean up the stack for Sofa. Gets that bar over to the left. Oh no, misdrop with the T. But it looks, oh, beautiful Z piece. Whenever do you say beautiful Z piece? Dog a bit in trouble, but gets a long bar over. I think that was that a triple or a Tetris? But brings the stack down. Dog with a messy stack. Salted survives that whole sequence. Amazing. Okay, Sofa in a spot of bother. Oh, gets that J to the left. That's going to be a top out for Salted Sofa at 808. So dog in a chase down needs to get 808,000. So a Tetris and change away. And this is not easy. This is not going to be easy. That left side for dog is a problem. And dog gets a long bar down for a split double, but that's going to be it. Dog's going to top out at 780. And Sofa will survive the 24 top out and take game number 2. Oh my God, dog's elo is gonna tank. All right, let's see what happens. All right, let's get, no, I don't think these count for regular elo, right? I think these, I don't know, so I heard someone's gonna make Das elo. I don't know if that's true or not. All right, new pieces for these players when they're ready, you know. This is the Das nerves. who knows? We'll see if it's worth it to make Das elo or not. I think it's interesting to rank these players. 3F, 1D, 5D, 3 Foxtrot, 1 Delta, 5 Delta. Coal Bucket, I will kick you out of this chat right now. Anytime you see a PB on the screen, it is not text, it is a graphic. And I'm just going by what the player self-reported at the beginning of the month. So I didn't have a chance to change it. And by the way, of course it's been pointed out. Anytime there's anything even slightly wrong on screen, it will be pointed out. Don't worry. All right. Kip, I will kick you out of here. All right, both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get him started here in game number 3. Salted Sofa looking to put away the world champ right now in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Oh my God, you guys. I cannot keep up with the, with the daily changes in people's PBs, so it's close enough. I think one of the saddest parts, everything is good about the DAS tournament so far. It's been great. People have been very excited about it. You all as viewers and contributors to the prize pool have been amazing at supporting this tournament. Although we could definitely get more bits and subs, but probably the the saddest part is the soundtrack. Thank you, Zelazawi. The saddest part is the soundtrack. We never get to the part of the playlist where I get to say the line. So we might have to shuffle this playlist a bit to get the say the line music closer to the top of the list. 125 for Dog, 142 for Salted Sofa. That's 12 months for Zelazawi, by the way. Thank you so much. Just start earlier into the playlist. Well, say it right now, then Dan can add it in post. Well, I mean, there's one canonical pre-recorded version of that. Look at the adjustment for Dog. $212 for Sofa, $174 for Dog. That left side a bit high for Dog, so he's going to take this down. Square will get over, though. All right, setting up tucks on that left side. Always dangerous to me. If I set up tucks on the left side. Oh, another good adjustment there for Dog. Tetris for Sofa, 262. There's one for Dog, 249. Das Masters is Kip Duran says, if Das is a sort of nostalgia tournament, why don't we have hearts? It is not a nostalgia tournament. It is a tournament. It is a current tournament. The play style, it's of high interest. Okay, Dog setting up, I think, these tucks, but building out that left side. Has good tucks though, and no burns as a result. Not sure if intentional, but pretty cool looking. All right, Sofa gonna take a couple of burns here, bring that stack down. Dog gets a long bar over for the Tetris, 317, temporarily in the lead, and now in the lead, well, just changing the lead. Don't say who's in the lead when they're changing the lead back and forth. K9 says, because hearts are stupid. I don't know, I like numbers. It's in the old scene, the thing that, as I was looking at it with fresh eyes, is like the players' seeding in the tournament was bigger than their score. It was more prominent than what their actual score in the game is. Oh, look at the adjustment for dog to make room for the square. Are you serious? So, you know, you'd think the score of the game would be bigger than their, you know, their placement in the qualifiers, right? So that was a thing. And then the other thing is you just, you know, you're watching baseball or football or basketball and you don't see like you don't keep score with like pictures of basketballs. Say, oh, all right, well there's 87 basketballs on the screen. So their score is 87. No, they keep score with numbers. And this is a real sport and we should use numbers. 497 sofa, 523 dog. Ivan likes the scene. Yeah, I like it. You got to change things up every once in a while. And, you know, I was starting to see this is what happens, right? You know, and I'm not this is not self-aggrandizement, but I feel like I do something and then, you know, ever so gradually you start to see other people, other Tetris streamers doing it. And then I start to look at it and say, I don't like mine anymore. So I got to change it up. But that's okay, you know? Keeping it fresh. Dog is into 19. He's at 599. Sofa 585 into 19. All right, people with their counter examples of scores being kept with pictures of tennis balls and whatnot. Oh, Sofa in trouble. Dog in trouble. Dog's gonna top out at 650. So Sofa's got a chance to wrap it up right now. But both players going through a tough sequence of pieces. That left side, can he get a piece? Yeah, oh, he can't, doesn't have dash to get that over. Oh, and he quick taps that piece. Oh my God. Sofa trying to survive here. Needs to get to 650 and can wrap it up right now, and that T gets quick tap over. And Sofa bringing this down, and Dog is just like, what the heck? So Sofa just gets one Tetris, and now just 12,000 points away from sweeping Dog out of the tournament here in round number 1. Amazing. We'll see if he can pull it off and finish this off. And yeah, Sofa just, you know, he's going to take the singles and doubles there. Dog is just like, yeah, I know, I'm cooked. And one more line should do it from Sofa. And there is the line, and Sofa will take this match in a sweep against the two-time CTWC champion. So GG's to you, Salted Sofa. Thank you so much, Dog, for being here and just being fodder for this killer. My goodness, Salted Sofa in a sweep. My word, those quick taps on the left to get those pieces, and I thought he was dead. I thought he was gone, but he survived. Amazing. All right, folks, we give us a moment. We will set up our next matchup. That was crazy. Yeah, quick tap under pressure. All right, what do I have to do? All right, I have my, so this. Look at that, Nenu is here. Are you serious? Oh my goodness, my heart is swelling right now. All right, let's fix this player 2 camera, then we'll be just about set. And by the way, thanks to our players for being very flexible with the time here. I know there was some scheduling kind of back and forth, but players are all on time and ready to go, and that is very nice. Here, let me just reset the transform on this. Okay. All right, we got a good view of top of NGC Man's room there. Very good. NGC, are you NGC? Are you able to tilt the camera down a little bit so we can get? Is that possible at all? Because we're getting. This is what we're getting. Okay. Great. Perfect. Oh, look at that. That is perfect. Thank you so much. All right, let me just fix up Nenu's cam here. Nenu totally lounging here. See Nenu just straight lounging. All right, let's see what we got. It's pretty good. And all right, let me just mess with the stencils and we should be good in about a moment. I should have run an ad. I keep forgetting to run ads and we're going broke. All right, let's see. You know, what am I doing? I have to reset the transform on that. All right, that's good enough. DAS player's warming up on 29. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and give you pieces. Make sure you've got your input display and your hertz meter. Oh, you're getting ads. You're good. You're fine. I didn't say really anything of importance, so you didn't miss anything. All right, pieces are A6, B516, Alpha 6, Bravo 516. I think the players have it. All right, Nenu, you've got your hertz display, right? How can I tell where the players are from? Well, if you look just above like Nenu's name, you'll see Seed 3, IDN, PB 1.3. So IDN, the 3-letter code for Indonesia. And you see above NGC's man, it's NGC Man's name. It says USA. See, that wasn't there. I don't know. I looked it up. Holy crap! Why is that so loud? Whoa. I don't know. I looked up the 3-letter code, and that's what it said. All right, both players are ready. It is round one. Technically our first matchup, but the second one we're playing on this broadcast. Nenu and NGC Man to play this best of 5 match to determine who plays against Salted Sofa. Let's go ahead and get them started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players 1.3 DAS PBs. I didn't know that about Nenu, to be honest, before this tournament. That Nenu had a 1.3 in DAS. Nenu, of course, a 2-time CTM Masters event champion, first winning in 2019. And then winning again in 2021. And actually had 20 months between victories. And I think that is sort of the record. Maybe it's not a record you want, but I'm sure you're happy to be a 2-time Masters winner. But 2-time CTM Masters event winner, Nenu from Indonesia. Zelazawi asked, Matcherino is disabled? Yes, once we hit the target for this tournament, we froze. Oh, whoops, the C checker's still on. You'd think I would have seen that. But yeah, we once we hit our target, we froze contributions. Since this is a sort of test tournament, an experimental tournament, we want to have some prize, but not too high a prize because we don't want thousands of dollars to hinge on some technicality or controversy or decision. So in our first few months, we're just going to cap that prize pool. Maybe we'll increase it next month. $144 for Nenu, $166 for NGC Man. And NGC Man, of course, a storied DAS player himself. There was those CT DAS tournaments, right? CT DAS test tournament, CT DAS real tournament, you know, the series of test tournaments and real tournaments for CT DAS, and was the winner of those. Took 3 of those tournaments in the CT DAS cinematic universe. Also, 2-time runner-up in various challenger circuits in 2022, which is a tough thing to do as a DAS player, even in 2022. The rolling was basically in full swing at that point. Tetris for NGC Man, 310, 279 for Nenu. The slimy dude. 324 Nenu, 336 NGC Man. All right, gonna spin that T in there. Keytuck Kingsman loves it. Tetris for NGC Man, 359. So yeah, in this bracket, we have 2 former CTM Masters event champion. Of course, Nenu, 2-time dog, who's been eliminated, was what, a 7 or 8 time? But going up against very, very high level DAS players. And so some weird dynamics here. You're used to seeing these players who are like, the best overall Tetris players in open championships and open matches, open playstyle matches here, but maybe to some extent underdogs against players who maybe don't quite get the fanfare that they deserve because they are a master of DAS here. But then again, Nenu coming in at seed number 3, NGC Man at 14. Seeding in the DAS tournaments, I still think it's qualifying is kind of imperfect. We're using our same 1 hour average of 2 that we use for Masters and just general CTM. But I think that puts a lot more variance in the, just for high level DAS play. I mean, the ceiling, like, you're not really going to get much higher than 1.2, and maybe you'll see a 1.3 in qualifying just on a fluke. But everybody clustered around, that high 1.0 and, 1 high 1.1 in the qualifying. And there's just so much variability in that. So I don't know. We might explore some different qualifying schemes. $571 NGC Man, $519 for Nenu. So NGC Man won't quite have a 600K transition, I don't think. Nenu up really high here at 19, gets a long bar over to bring the stack down, and another Tetris for Nenu, 573. Now here on level 20, 597 transition for NGC Man, NTC, NTC, Nestra's Chance Man. Nenu set up in the center, but the board kind of messy here, not very accommodating. So we'll see what he can do to sort of uncover that without putting too much pressure on that center well. That left side, a problem for Nenu, gets a piece over there. And Nenu really scrambling here, and that square to the left is probably going to seal it. Yes, it does. 586 top out for Nenu, and NGC Man is good in game number 1 in this best of 5. I like how we've been best of 5 in CTM for years now. And people are like, what is best? I don't know how many it is. If there's a 1, I don't know. I don't know when the match is over. It's been best of 5 for years. Like people pretending they don't know how long these go. Let's get some new pieces. Is this live or recorded, says Jesus? It is recorded. 719272. 719272 are the new pieces. All right, seed checker on, seed checker off, right? There you go. Seed checker in the pot, 9 days old. All right, 2 players are ready for game number 2. It is Nenu and NGC Man. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We do have our Hertz display. That is the anytime a player taps a piece, or 2 consecutive pieces, it should show how quickly those were. An occasional one here and there, not really anything to worry about. Over 10 hertz. 10 hertz really is just the limit of DAS, and so presumably you would not want to see too many taps over that. We also have the input display there, so people who want to examine these games for fairness. Oh, there we go. NGC Man with the T-spin setup and gets the T and the spin. Yeah, I did not have that ready for our first bracket, our orange bracket. I meant to have it. I totally dropped the ball on that. I completely forgot. And of course, we had one of the greatest DAS performance, well, maybe the greatest DAS performance ever in competition. If you ask NGC Man, very adamant and shutting down any haters. That was the best DAS performance from Fractal. That was the best DAS performance in competition ever. 118 NGC Man. Fractal, of course, in our orange bracket, sweeping through both opponents and 6 consecutive max outs with a couple of 1.1s thrown in there for good measure. 164 NGC, 183 for Nenu. Salted Sofa, the Canadian, waits in the wings. I do like me some Canadians. I don't know what that is. I think YouTube knows that for some reason I like Canadians because, you know, it'll like surface me some stuff in the algorithm and I'll be like, I'll watch it and I'll like it. And then, you know, a couple months later, I'll find out, oh, they're Canadian. Like, oh, another Canadian. Nenu getting a little bit high on the board here. Gets a long bar over. Plenty of room for that. Gets another one. 239 Nenu. 178 NGC Man. Barrett says, I like some Canadians. Like, who was I watching the other day? I didn't really know where they were from, but... Oh, another Canadian. There's this dog groomer lady that I like. Canadian. That Will Tennyson, Canadian. So I think at this point, YouTube has to be sending me Canadians. And I say keep them coming. YouTube, send me all the Canadians you got. 216 for NGC Man, 291 for Nenu. Tetris for NGC Man, 245. Of course, we got wall bands, right? Oh, and I guess that kind of makes sense because I am going to the CTWC Montreal. Speaking of Canadians, I'm going to the CTWC Montreal event where I will be on the commentary team. I don't know why they wanted me over there, but I'm going. So I think if you want to go to the Tetris Canada Discord, how do you get to that? I don't know. I think I have a slide, so maybe I'll show the slide in between games here. So if you want to go. Certainly watch. 340 for NGC Man, 395 for Nenu. It'll be my first time actually in Canada. Now, maybe I'll get there and be like, man, I hate Canada. I don't know. $364 NGC Man, 418 for Nenu. Mart says, you are the gold leader and a silver player. A gold leader? I don't know what that means. Oh, the gold. Oh, the gold. Because I'll be commentating the gold bracket. 411 NGC Man, 443 Nenu. And Nenu just 12 lines away from the level 19 transition. There's a Tetris for NGC Man. So seems like a fairly low potential seed. Both players here with 400 Ks as we approach level 19. And Nenu with a Spire in the middle of the stack. Hits a long bar down to bring the stack down. And Nenu is in at 519. Speed is increased by 50%. NGC Man with a little bit of a problem on the right side of that board and needs to bring this down like right now. And kind of gambling on a bar, and NGC Man gonna transition probably pretty awkwardly. We'll see what he can do with what he's got. And oh my word, I just clenching here and no, NGC Man gonna top out here at 473 just after 19. And Nenu will tie it up here in game number 2. GG to Nenu, GG to NGC. Those would be 2 GGs. But I don't want to pluralize that word or else my executive producer on YouTube. Will Canada let Vandy in? I think so. All right, let's get these players some new pieces. What does NGC stand for anyway? I think it stands for Nintendo GameCube. Is there a good Tetris on the GameCube? I don't know. I didn't, by the time, even by the time the SNES came around, I was not playing games too much. 6D8153. Both players are ready. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3 here in Classic Tetris Monthly Das Masters. Red bracket round 1, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm an occasional gamer, right? Like, you know, I kind of dip in and dip out. I played a lot on the NES, and then I was busy with other stuff. You know, I was like reading books. I discovered books, and I put away games. But then I don't know. And then when the original Xbox came out, I had a roommate that had an Xbox, and so I played on that. We played some Halo, Splinter Cell, a few other games on there, and then, you know, I wasn't that roommate anymore, and I stopped playing again. And then I had another roommate with a PS2 and PS3, and so played some stuff on there. Guitar Hero mostly, which I still love to this day. Like, I would get a whole Guitar Hero 2 setup. And I don't know, I'm more of a word game, puzzle game kind of person. And there are still some like NES titles that I want to get, that I want to start speed running. Like, sort of started dabbling with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and I would like to get a reasonable speed run on that game and a few others. 124 NGC Man, 183 for Nenu. That's right, Wordle is gaming. I discovered books. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I've always been a reader. By the way, I didn't thank Andrew Meep for gifting a tier 1 sub to NGC Man about 15 minutes ago. So thank you, Andrew Meep, for the gift sub. Nenu up fairly high with a very high column 9. And a bunch of bars in a row for Nenu. And here come the bars for NGC Man. And Nenu kind of getting bailed with those bars. Like Nenu RNG, but of course NGC Man gets to benefit from it as well. All right, couple of skims here from NGC Man. Tetris for him, 250. Kind of etch-a-sketch kind of resolution here on NGC Man's board. So when the score changes, it takes a moment to sort of get clear again. It almost reminds me of like my old Kindle. Like when you change the page, it takes a second to sort of fill in all the e-ink. So yeah, e-ink display here from NGC Man. Tetris for Nenu, 378. I will say one thing I like about Das Masters is how quickly the brackets have been going. You know, it's now, you know, I still have a Saturday. If this were Masters, you know, it's like 4-hour epic. It's like I'm going to see a Scorsese film or something. It's like too much. $380 for NGC Man, $413 for Nenu. It's because of no Mullins. Yeah, that's the one thing we do ask, you know, especially for our players who are rollers or tappers, is that if you do Mullen, in Das Masters, we ask those to be Das Mullins. Like, don't switch, because we want to keep the integrity of the kind of the scoring for, you know, so if there does get to be some sort of competitive scene around this with or, you know, so just the infrastructure of statistics and history around it, would like to keep that kind of pure. 494 Nenu, 456 for NGC Man. So NGC Man back by about a Tetris and a half, gets that Tetris. Now they are tied in lines, and yeah, it's about a Tetris difference. Nenu is into 19 at 545, a very healthy DAS tournament pace. NGC looking for one more. All right. And kind of getting droughted here, and it's getting spicy for NGC Man. Gets a long bar over for the Tetris. And another one over is going to bring that stack back down. So, whew, kind of a moment there for NGC Man. But got everything he needed just when he needed it. 604 for Nenu on 25, 80 for NGC Man. Other Tetris NGC. Bacon asks there's going to be more tiers of DAS tournaments next month, though. Yes. I don't know how we're going to do those. If we're going to restream them, super stream them. I haven't worked that out. I just know that we got, like, I don't know, what did we get? Like 50 something qualified. I don't know. It was a lot of people qualified in or tried to qualify into DAS Masters this month. And, you know, there just wasn't a tournament for them, but I think they're just signaling like, yeah, I want to be part of it. So we'll do it. 645 NGC Man, 701 for Nenu. So we do have those tiers kind of happening. I guess we have the top bracket, which we're just calling DAS Masters. And then what's the next level down is World Circuit, then Major Circuit, then Super Circuit. Trying to get some differentiation from the regular Masters events, which I guess I'm now calling the regular Masters events. 719 for NGC Man, 805 for Nenu. Long bar over Tetris, NGC Man, 751. It's a great J piece to fill in the middle of that stack. Great adjustment here for NGC to get Tetris ready. And you will see both of these players, great adjustments overall. Oh, NGC Man gets that over with a quick tap. NGC Man known for spamming quick taps. Just very excellent at all things DAS. Tetris over for NGC, 822. There's a Tetris for Nenu. But the bottom of his board is kind of messed up. And NGC Man's board, not great either. But he's going to be able to get clean before Nenu does. And he's going to need to, because he's just got 18 lines to try to catch up to Nenu. He's going to hit that spin. And kind of getting droughted. Oh no, and he can't do anything about it. He just gets droughted. And NGC Man, not happy about it. And Nenu will survive and take game number 3. NGC Man, very competitive. And there's just not a lot of room. You know, it's kind of funny because people are asking like, oh, when are we going to do DAS Faster Masters? And it's like, well, it already is really compressed. You only get 230 lines, and, you know, basically you can get to 200 lines and be completely out of it. So it is already a faster format. But a great performance from NGC, and you can see that long bar in the window right there, just taunting him. And while he's doing whatever he's got to do, what am I going to tell you about? Where's hold on a sec. Where's the promo for? Here it is. Speaking of Canada, CTWC Montreal. You can scan that QR code. I believe you can trust it. I don't know. I don't think it's going to start mining Bitcoin or whatever, but that should take you to the Discord for Tetris Canada's, or you can just go to discord.gg/Tetris Canada. And Mart's playing Tetris and K9 watching Tetris will be hosting CTWC Montreal Regional August 17th and 18th. You can attend. There's information in the Discord. You can also watch on the Classic Tetris channel. I will be there. I will be on the commentary team. And yeah, it should be a face and I guess body reveal from K9, right? So that's the best reason to go. I'm going to see who is this mysterious K9 watching Tetris. Also, there is still time if you want to go to the Classic Tetris Monthly Lone Star Championship in Austin, Texas. You can do so. It's taking place from July 19th through July 21st at the Palmer Events Center as part of the Classic Game Fest. Now, our tournament, there's no cost associated with that, but you will have to get admittance to the Classic Game Fest in order to participate. And yeah, this is going to be, unless something changes, this is going to be the last Lone Star Championship that will be taking place at Classic Game Fest. We're going to be looking for a new venue after this one. Honestly, it's just too expensive to get into this festival and then play this tournament. It's just too expensive. I don't want to put people through that. So we're going to try to find a new venue, maybe make it its own event at some brewery or bar or some event center or something like that. But if you want to take part in this, you can go. And if you are going to play, we ask that you qualify in advance. Go to ctm.gg/Lone Star to qualify. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I could call it Masters Open. Not exactly sure. Why is it so expensive? I don't know. I didn't know how expensive it was going to be. Prices went up this year. I didn't know how expensive it was going to be when I committed to doing it. So if folks are balking at the price, I don't blame you. We're still going to have the events. Those of you who are coming out, I really appreciate your coming out. New piece is going to be F3DC8B. F3DC8B, Fox 3, Delta Charlie, 8 Bravo. All right, they got it. Checker on, checker off. All right, as soon as players indicate they were ready, we will start. Just need a ready from both. Okay, both players are ready. It is game number 4 of match number 2 in the red bracket. Let's go ahead, get them started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Now, somebody was telling me they like the layout, but they don't like the bar across the bottom. But that's there to have sort of a place to put the date and the round, and also to sort of block out a small amount of the camera jank at the bottom. Like, yeah, I like that in general, but there's some camera jank at the bottom, and it kind of, you know, if you put the bar there, it just distracts away from that. $47,000 for Nenu, $26,000 for NGC Man as we start game number 4. NGC Man really just running out of time in that game number 3. So Nenu looking to take this now. NGC Man needs to win to force a game 5 decider. All right, Tetris over for Nenu, 118. There's one NGC Man. Javin T says CGF is cheaper than the Washington State Gaming Expo, but it's more expensive than CTWC. Yeah, except that you have to pay to enter CTWC. So, in the end, maybe. But then again, it's CTWC versus jank ass Lone Star Championship. But I'm excited to see the people who are able to come out. But yeah, I am definitely aware of the cost and sensitive to it. But I did commit to doing it before I knew what the increased costs were going to be. So we're going to look for a new venue. I mean, they've been a fairly decent partner for us the last couple of years, but there's also space considerations. They're just not in a position to give us the space that I think the event deserves. So we're going to look for a venue that somehow is cheaper with more space. I don't know how that happens. Maybe we'll set up it at just an empty lot somewhere in Austin. Also, the time of year, it's too hot, man. So I'm really selling you all on going to this Lone Star event, right? But I just do want people to realize I'm not insensitive to the challenges with going to the event. No, it's not hundreds, but I don't know. It depends on how many days you get. Will DAS Masters have semis rule for next month when there's multiple brackets? Yes, there will be a semis rule for DAS Masters. All right, NGC Man trying to clear away that pesky little Mino over there in column 10. He's going to uncover, get a long bar over for a Tetris. He's at 199, but Nenu is up to 311. So NGC Man with a bit of a hill to climb has time to do it. And of course, DAS, one mistake, and then you've got an opportunity to come back. Will the semis this month roll over into next month? I haven't thought about that. Let's say yes. Let's say yes. Let's just do it. We'll just say yes. Why not? Thinking fast and slow. We're gonna think fast. Type 1 thinking. Just say yes, and then figure it out later. All right, 319 for NGC Man, 457 for Nenu. That's right. That's how I go. Flying by the seat of my pants. When is regular July CTM? A couple of the brackets have been scheduled. They've been very difficult to schedule this month. And we also have having to schedule around Lone Star. So you can go into the Discord and look at the events tab. And anything that has been scheduled is there. But several of these brackets are going to have to happen after Lone Star. Long bar over NGC Man. He's doing what he can do. 388. Nenu with a Tetris 530. So Nenu with a 150,000 point lead. And we'll see what NGC Man's going to do. He's going to set up column 8 for that Tetris. Das is so punishing. Oh my goodness. Gets the T over and the Tetris for NGC Man. And another one there in column 8. Those always look impossible to me. As someone without a developed quick tap. And NGC Man just going for it, and it'll pay off. So he's able to make up some of this difference within 100,000 points now. The middle of NGC Man's board. He's going to get a long bar over for a triple. Classic Tetris League, thanks for the raid party of 43. And Nenu's middle of the board. Looking a little spicy there. NGC Man set up center well. And I think quick tap that piece over. NGC Man. Yeah, somebody who has not developed a quick tap, it always just looks like magic to me. And this board, very dangerous for NGC Man. That right side, what is he going to do? And oh no, that is going to be it for NGC Man. And Nenu is going to take game number 4. And we'll be moving on to face Salted Sofa NGC Man. You put on a show for us today. It's always great to have you be part of this. That's such a cruel format is what we are learning. It is so hard. Really, mistakes are punished to a great degree. And NGC Man, a fantastic ambassador for the DAS playstyle and for Tetris overall. Check him out. Go to NGC_man25 on Twitch if you want to see some high-level DAS play. And I'll tell you, I asked him a couple times, like, hey, can you talk me through some of your decision-making here? And the guy is a fount of knowledge and able to articulate himself extremely well with regard to DAS and what he's doing and why. And just an amazing guy. So thank you so much, NGC Man. But it's going to be Nenu who's moving on. We'll watch Nenu mulling it out. It's tough. This is a tough tournament, especially where, there aren't multiple tiers. There's just the one tier this month, and we will have multiple tiers next month, but let's see what Nenu's going to do. 847. Max out is on the table. If you're plus 800, if you're 800 plus on 26, you've got a shot. And Nenu now with 15 lines to get 85,000 points. Tetris is here worth 34.8. No, wait, I'm sorry, 33.6, right? Now they're worth 34.8. And he's just one away from the max out. And where's the bar? Oh, he's going to snap that piece back. He gets a log bar over for the max out for Nenu here in game number 4. So there you go, Nenu. All right. So let us go ahead and set up our next match. And let's see how hard it is. Ready? 3. Oh my God, that was so hard. Jeez. Crafty Kim is here. Welcome, Crafty Kim. Hello to the whole Crafty Kim crew. The Crafty crew. All right. I feel like Sofa is in a completely different seating position now than he was before. Like, how is that possible? Like, what are you doing? All right, players, I don't know, Nenu, I don't know if you need a small break or anything like that, but you're welcome to take a small break if you need it. I'm going to run an ad real quick, and I'll be back in one moment. All right, I am back. Thank you, folks, for your indulgence. So I'll go ahead and give the player their pieces. Pieces are going to be F4 3A 7B, Fox 4 3 Alpha 7 Bravo. I need to get some of this coffee in me. I have so much coffee right now. Rez with the Prime sub. Thank you so much, Rez. And yeah, that's a good reminder. Oh, Zara Jordan, by the way, thank you so much for the tier 1 resub. 41 months. Martz with the 100 bits. Says choo choo. Thank you very much. What sort of coffee do you drink and how do you prepare it? I've been very lazy lately. And I've just been buying like bottled cold brew at the grocery. So I've just been very, very lazy. Skip Logic is here. Use the gigantifying emote for 60 bits. Thank you, Skip Logic. So what is it? Is it Stoke or whatever? That's the brand we have here. There's many brands now. Once in a while, I'll make my own cold brew, but it's not as good. Oh, everybody's gigantifying emotes. Yes, do it, please. Make giant emotes. Oh, did I not pin the seed? F4 3A. B. All right, it's good. Am I still on keto diet? I fell off my wagon for a while, you know, but I'm back on my wagon. So I had some setbacks, but we'll be fine. It's a struggle. You just got to keep going. Yes, keep gigantifying those emotes. I love that. That's amazing. All right, both players are ready. It is Classic Tetris Monthly Das Masters Red Bracket. Round number 2. The winner of this match will go to the semifinals. Nenu and Salted Sofa in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Gaul de Escoffier says, I'm doing carnivore. I'd recommend it. Yeah, that's what I was doing for a long time, but kind of fell off my wagon. You know, the key, you know, people, it's very rare that people say, oh, I want to make some change. And then they try to make the change and they do it the first time. But generally speaking, if you believe that you can make the change, you might fail like 20 times. But if you actually believe that change is possible, you will do it. And that is, you know, that is not foo-foo. That is like, there's literally studies. People who believe that change is possible, shockingly, have more success than people who don't believe it is. So, you know, I will reach my goals, but I expect there to be setbacks, and that's okay. So we've got Nenu and Salted Sofa. Nenu, of course, a 2-time CTM Masters event winner using the tapping playstyle. Salted Sofa, an excellent DAS player, although having some trouble right now navigating the top of this board. And this is above the next box. This is so dangerous. And he's going to uncover that well. That is going to be good. That well will be good for a triple, but needs to uncover it again. Nenu just cruising here, 128. Oh no, and Salted Sofa gonna top out here in game number 1, and Nenu is already good. This is a best of 5, by the way. So the first player to 3 points will take it. Or 3 games or whatever. Still trying to decide. Now this month we're going to stay with our, just regular rule set, but still trying to decide if best of sevens are warranted in some cases or something like that. Not sure. All right, both players are sitting there waiting for their pieces, and I will give them to them. Blue Scooty says, sofa sweeps from here. Why not have a number score counter and dots? Now you're bargaining, right? See, you're anger, denial, bargaining, acceptance. I don't know. Those are various stages. Even better, hearts. Hearts are so over. There's no objective reason to have hearts. We're not playing The Legend of Zelda. There's no reason to have hearts. All right, both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get them counted down. Game. No, oh, yeah. Salted Sofa says, I'm playing The Legend of Zelda. But anyway, let's go ahead and get them started here in game number 2 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Add timeouts to Tetris just so we have a reason to put dots back in the scene. If you can think of an objective reason to have dots or whatever, I'll figure out. I'll consider putting them on. Look at that adjustment from Nenu. Nenu, of course, known for his 5-head or its 800 IQ adjustments. Maybe not 5-head, but 800 IQ adjustments, and no different here in DAS. I'm known for my 5-head adjustments. Yeah, we could have timeouts. We could have redos. What excuse can we have for dots? I just like having a score there. Something that might actually be fire is stars or dots to represent previous titles. Well, or borrow, that is already in the Masters event scene. So you will see a star and a number next to it, and that will show you how many previous titles they have. So that is already there. Because people liked it when we did the like the crown next to them. Remember way back in the day? Or maybe medium back in the day, we used to have the crown, which indicated that they were a previous winner. So we do have that in the new Masters display. And of course, we don't have it here because we have no previous winners. But as we gather winners in this event, we will indicate previous DAS Masters titles. 163 Nenu, 123 Sofa. He's going to get a Tetris, 146. Who is our commentator? It is your old pal, Van Dweller. You can catch me at streaming if you want to at twitch.tv/VandyPants. That is the channel I'm using right now. Used to stream over on Van Dweller, but temporarily not doing that for weird reasons, which I will bring up cryptically and then not address. Nothing wrong. It's just there's a weird person in my life that I need to not have in my life at the moment. And streaming on a different account helps not have them in my life. 246 Nenu, 264 from Salted Sofa. But that account may come back. We'll see what happens. Burrito Dad, he knows. He knows. But yeah, it's not a Tetris related thing. It's more of a old work colleague / friend. So it doesn't have to do with really Tetris or anything. It's from before I was involved in the Tetris community. 318 Salted Sofa, 339 Nenu. Nobody cares about that. They care about Tetris played by pressing and holding. But you know, if you want me to tell you some of the details, you can go next time I'm streaming. Twitch.tv/VandyPants. But yeah, and please go over there and add me and follow me, because I do want to get that account to affiliate so I can have emotes and stuff in case I have to stay there. So I think I have 23 followers over there. 415 for Salted Sofa, 453 for Nenu. No, it was not banned at all. No, I was. You can go look there, look, and I disabled it for temporarily. Tetris for Salted Sofa, 444. Jasmine says, wait, this guy stacks like I want to stack. Yeah, that's the other, I'll tell you, that's the thing that's been kind of the most personally compelling for me, is now that we have basically the best DAS players in the world playing a good volume of matches, like I am learning so much. Nenu 621 here on level 19. Tetris for Sofa settling in here into 19,522. Transition for him. Salted Sofa 607. 731 for Nenu. All right, Sofa gonna bring this down. See what he's gonna do here. No, he's just gonna throw that over there and build on the right. It's like you're supposed to. Don't do anything crazy like left well 19. Bonkers. Long bar over Tetris for Sofa, 651. Nenu, though, at 817 on level 23. What we have not seen so far is a huge chase down in this event. With a player with a large lead, but topping out early, and then someone going on a large chase down. We've yet to see that. Could we see it today? Oh, Salted Sofa, not going to happen now, because Salted Sofa is going to hang that bar in column 2. Can't get it over, did not have full dash, couldn't get a quick tap. And Sofa going to top out here on 23 at 687. Nenu is good in game number 2 in this best of 5. So we're going to see Nenu, see if he can get back to back max outs here. 905 on 26, certainly possible. But board was not particularly conducive, but he cleaned it up fairly well. So we do allow some mullins here. Oh no, this is probably gonna do it for Nenu. Yeah, that's gonna do it. So all right, Nenu gonna top out 910. Go ahead and get these players some new pieces. When they are ready, you can take the time you need. 629 Alpha B, I'm sorry, 629 Alpha Bravo 4. On-screen celebration. I don't get what that is. All right. 629 AB4. All right, both players are ready. Nenu is up 2 games to none. Sofa needs to win this one to stay in. Let's see what he can do in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Now, Salted Sofa does not have a Liquipedia page. What the heck? So really, Sofa, very mysterious figure with an unknown past. Tetris for Sofa, 94,000. 114 for Nenu. Like Nenu there with a two tap that got to 12 hertz. That's okay. We're not really concerned about, you know, 2 taps and stuff like that. That's why the DAS mode that's in Tetris Gym, maybe not 100% ideal. For our purposes, I mean, it's a great mode, but that's why we're not using it. So it can eat inputs that I think are legitimate in our format. With the new account too, I also kind of like the process of like going for affiliate again and hitting those targets. It's actually kind of fun. And Nenu kind of scrambling here up toward the top of where the next box would be. That's what I wanted to add to this scene, is a little visual indicator of where the next box would be, because it is a good, you know, proxy for how high you can stack and still be relatively safe. Nenu's Hertz display seems to be stuck at 522. Yeah, it doesn't change until you actually have back-to-back taps. So it just stays where it is. So if you're dassing the whole time, it just stays there. Oh, nice adjustment for Salted Sofa with that T to make room for that J piece. Tetris for Nenu, 279, 293 for Salted Sofa. Yeah, it's been a real education to watch these players, and I think what we're gonna see is oh, look at the adjustment for Salted Sofa with that long bar to set up the T-spin. That's crazy. But yeah, you're going to see people, you know, maybe start to make some headway, you know, DAS players and stuff like that. You're going to be learning some tricks because they are going to be on display with just high exposure, just a lot of exposure for high level DAS play now. And players coming out of the woodwork, especially very creative players like Nenu and NGC Man. And Salted Sofa up near the top of the board, very dependent. Okay, a couple of good pieces here will help. That T to the left, that square to the left is going to help a lot. Very smart for Sofa to avoid putting that Z to the left, because that would have covered the hole. And so very good cleanup, down stacking here for Salted Sofa. Back down to safety. 361. These little choices are fascinating. It's like, oh yeah, I see why he's doing that. So very good. Tetris for sofa 407, 446 Nenu. Czar Jordan is impressed. Tetris says, I am a fan of Das Masters. Thank you. I am too. After the first one, I was really personally moved by just the response to this whole thing and the players, the turnout for this, and just overall, it's just it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I thought, the time was right, and we'll give it a shot, see how it goes. 497 Nenu, 478 for Salted Sofa. But yeah, for me, the issue was always just kind of policing it. And it's, that was sort of the big thing for me. Now, Nenu in a little bit of trouble here, trying to keep that well open. That left side so tough. Not sure if Nenu's going to survive this, and getting Drought. He gets a long bar in. But what can he do to the left side? The answer is nothing. That's going to be a top out for Nenu, and Salted Sofa is already good. Sofa was a little bit low on the board, but also encountering that rough sequence of pieces. But was lower on the board, able to survive, and Sofa's good. Brooms away, fellas, says Zempro. Does anyone look more relaxed? Have you ever seen anyone more relaxed than Nenu looks right now? All right, both players are ready. Let's give them some pieces. Going to be BFEFD1. BFEFD1. More like sleepy. Oh. DWE7, thanks for the tier 1 sub, says menu. Thank you very much. I agree. Bravo Foxtrot, Echo Foxtrot, Delta 1. All right. All right, both players are ready. Let's get them counted down. Game number 4 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Burrito Dad says Nenu looks like he could be in a sofa commercial. So far, so good. I'll tell you, with the, very few, no controversies and things like that. I know previous DAS tournaments have been plagued by controversy. Was that DAS? Is that really not DAS? But I think even though our rule set is kind of not 100% like every little thing spelled out, I think the spirit of what we're trying to accomplish is pretty clear, and I think that helps. And also, people want this competition to succeed, I think, and so really don't want to do anything to foul it all up. So that I appreciate as well. Zella Zowie has gifted a tier 1 sub to Zephania Nenu. Thank you so much, Zella Zowie. You can see the incredulity and exasperation with the various pieces falling on Sofa's side. He's like, what are these pieces? Oh my God. 71,000 for Sofa, 184 for Nenu. Nenu, you know, does set up a lot of tucks and stuff, but has very flexible tuck setups on that right side. A lot of options. $232 from Nenu. I think that's Nenu's second burn line. So all Tetrises plus 2 singles so far. All right, Sofa's going to clean up that right side, uncover the well. Now waiting on the bar, taking a skim here. 6 burns. Oh, 6 burns. Sorry. All right, Tetris Nenu, 302 through 59, 131 through 60 for Salted Sofa. All right, Sofa Tetris ready, like a piece early. Waiting on that bar. And both players are going to get a Tetris. They're both on the same piece. So exact same pieces coming out at basically the same time. Which is kind of mesmerizing. 351 Nenu, 179 Sofa. Sofa's going to hit that S spin. Going to stand up that J piece. And the bar does come. I was a little bit worried about that, but I think Sofa trying to put the foot in the accelerator, trying to make up some of this lead anywhere he can. You know, just compared to, you know, these kind of roller games post 29 that go that deep and all that. I mean, these games seem so short. So I can see why some of these other competitions are like best of 7, best of 9. Seems long though. You know, it does seem very long. Tetris for Salted Sofa, 261. There's one Nenu, 475. We're about 30 lines away from the level 19 transition adjustment for Sofa to make room for that square. And he's pleased. He's celebrating, the arm raised. Or maybe he just has a cramp. I don't know. 2 back-to-back best of 5 sets. Yeah, I don't know about that. I could see, I don't know. I want to still, there's still room for some innovation here and optimization. Maybe something where you have to win, but like if you have to minimum 5 games, but you have to win by 2. I don't know. There's something there. Thoughts on double elimination? It's exhausting. I don't like double elimination. It's exhausting, and then the players have to be around and stick around and wait. And it's just 615 transition for Nenu, 401 here for Salted Sofa. And Nenu kind of in trouble here. Nenu gonna top out. Nenu tops out. So Salted Sofa, you have a chase down here of about 180,000 points. This is what I was talking about earlier. We haven't had a big chase down opportunity yet, and here it is. Nenu with a huge pace going into 19. And now Salted Sofa still alive. Target is 619. 619 is the target. And we'll see if these chase down nerves affect these Tetris players, these DAS players. Like, I remember these nerves back when I used to occasionally win a match. So he's got time. Sofa a little bit dependent here. Quick tapping. You can remember the quick taps from his first match to keep himself alive. I mean, a great display, and those quick taps on display again. Oh no. Okay, gets that bar over. And he's gonna quick tap that S over. And another quick tap, just spamming these quick taps. Needs a long bar for the center of this board. Oh my goodness, and he's dependent on this bar. If it comes, he might be good. Oh no, Insulted Sofa gonna top out. But what a performance, what an effort. I don't think I've ever seen so many quick taps. Just crazy. And there was the bar. There's the bar in the window just to taunt him. Pretty crazy. So Nenu is your red bracket winner coming out of seed number 3. And GG's to you, Nenu. You are a bracket winner. You would think. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Is that the best guy? But yeah, round of virtual applause for Salted Sofa. A valiant effort. I mean, he just can't deal with the pressure, but he did amazing to get that down. I mean, that was crazy. Those quick taps under pressure, just crazy. All right, so this was, what did we see? This was, this went, how did this go? Because I didn't report any of these. All right, we will see you in the semifinals. Let's see. The Nenu NGC Man was 3-1. Was it 3-1? NCTM, true. So yeah, Dog and Salted. Salted was 3-0, right? 3-0. And then Nenu NGC Man was 3-1. Salted says, thanks for this, Vandy. Love the tournament. We'll be back next month. I don't even remember. So Nenu and NGC was what, 3-1? And then this one was 3-1. Is that what it was? All right, I'll report that. Well, GG's Nenu. This is what our, now you're gonna have to imagine this in your mind because I didn't report these matches, but imagine in your mind this tournament, this here. So Fractal, orange bracket, Nenu, red bracket. So Fractal will face the winner of this bracket, Matt Martin, Boxy, Blank, and Pixel Andy. And Nenu will face the winner of Giovanni, Meme, Tegamek, and Sidnev. And those matches are coming up. I mean, there's not too long to wait. So tomorrow, let me take a look at our events tab. Tomorrow we have at 2 p.m. So basically 24 hours from now is the blue bracket. Matt Martin against Pixel Andy and Blank versus Boxy. That is tomorrow. So basically set 24-hour timer and be here at this moment right now. And then on Monday, Das Masters Green at noon. So basically this bracket here started at noon. So basically 46 hours from now, Das Masters Green will start with Sidnev, Meme, Giovanni, and Tegamek. This is all going to come to a head pretty darn quick, and we will know what is going to happen. So anyway, thank you all for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. It's such a fun tournament. And let me just go find a raid target real quick. And who is that going to be? Let's find someone playing Tetris, like actual Tetris. Let's see. We got Adam Irish. We got Toogie. Oh, I love me some Toogie. CTL Division 4. Cole Bucket says stack reviewing. I think I'm gonna go to Cole. I do like this. I do like this idea of reviewing and giving strategic advice. So we're gonna go to Cole. So Cole will be reviewing matches and games or whatever. So check it out. Take care, everybody. Thanks so much, and thanks to everybody who did anything.